in the middle of a bustling city street, you might feel more isolated than if you were in a vast desert. This is the reality for millions of people navigating the high-pressure environments of modern India today. The solution being offered right now is not another dating app. It is something much more clinical, yet deeply personal. A new platform is making waves by offering what they call structured companionship. You are basically paying for a professional friend. It sounds like a plot from a cold science fiction story, but the service is very real and is growing fast. The idea is that you can hire someone to provide emotional support. They can go shopping with you. They can join you for a coffee. Or they can just sit and listen while you talk through your stress. It is a direct response to a massive rise in loneliness. Traditional therapy is great, but it can feel heavy. It can feel like a medical appointment. This platform wants to offer something lighter. It wants to provide platonic connection without the strings of a real-world relationship. On the surface, this sounds like a brilliant way to bridge the social gap. But when you look closer, the picture gets a bit blurry. The platform is still in its very early stages. This means it has not been fully tested by the public over a long period. When you search for independent data, the results are all over the place. Some safety checkers have flagged it as a medium risk. Why is that? It mostly comes down to a lack of transparency. The people behind the scenes are not being very open about who owns the company. There is a hidden ownership structure that makes some experts nervous. When you are dealing with people's emotional well-being, trust is everything. If you do not know who is running the show, how can you trust their vetting process? You are inviting a stranger into your personal life based on a digital profile. Some users say the service is functional and helpful. They claim it provides a genuine sense of relief. But other reports suggest it is still an unproven experiment. It feels like we are watching a new industry being born in real time. We're seeing the commodification of the human touch. It is a risky business for both the user and the provider. There are huge questions about regulation. How do you monitor these interactions to keep everyone safe? How do you ensure it stays platonic as promised? These are the hurdles that the platform has not yet cleared. It is an interesting concept for a society that is becoming more digital and less connected. But for now, you should view it with a healthy dose of caution. It is not a fully trusted wellness platform yet. It is a fast-growing startup that is still finding its feet. The emotional relief it offers might be real, but the uncertainty around its long-term reliability is just as real. Do not let the slick marketing convince you that it is a perfect solution. It is a work in progress. It is a sign of where our world is heading. We are looking for connection in the marketplace because we cannot find it in our neighborhoods. That is a heavy thought. If you decide to try it, keep your eyes open. Do not offer blind trust to a service that is still hiding its own identity. This is a digital frontier, and like any frontier, it is full of both promise and peril. Look for real human connection first. Only turn to these paid services when you have checked every single safety detail yourself. The future friendship might be digital, but your safety should always stay physical and real.